Hello, Leo. Thank you for being here. I'm Melanie Florence, and this is Heart Deep for the Soul. This is a reading about self-love. We're really looking at the deeper meaning for us, what's going on in our self-love space, right? So it is a connected reading about sort of how we got here, what our healing elements are, what our practical world, what we've got going on in our partnerships as well, and the self-love. What does it bring down? What does it boil it down for us inside of it all? So, Leo, I'm going to draw some cards from a few different decks, build up the energy, and see what we've got floating around in the air. We're in the middle of Leo's gate. I'm doing this in the new moon. So let's see what the intentions, what have we got for this self-love for Leo? Okay, we have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. All right. Are you feeling a bit Mars energy, Leo? Are you feeling empowered? You would be. You're right in the middle of Leo energy, really in this end of this Lion's Gate where you're in the power of yourself. So maybe there's a bit of disconnect. Maybe there's been a bit of conflict going on you. It is saying that you might want to soften a little bit with your heart and really approach it maybe a little bit softened. But there might be a bit of conflict going on around you, a bit of anger, a bit of fiery energy going on around Leo inside of Leo season. Surprise. All right, you might be like cutting it off with people, and sometimes that's the best thing to do with love, but just walk away and not have the anger. All right, there is some sort of conflict going on for you, Leo. Oh, surrounding your talent. Maybe it's inside of work. Maybe this is a challenge for, inside of your challenge, inside of your talents. Maybe there's been a conflict of interest inside things. But you're really looking at your talents. You're really focusing on your one. You're really focusing on the strength of your purpose. And talents can be anything. Maybe there's something that you need to focus on to take your anger out on. Maybe you can go and do some artistic stuff. Maybe there's some hidden talents that your anger is coming from, that you're not actually giving yourself enough time to breathe. Take your passion and dance, maybe. Take your passion and sing. I've had to put the music on this last week because I am in lockdown, and if I didn't get some more music on, I was going to go crazy. So I need it out of my head. So maybe you've got a talent that you need to indulge in. Maybe that's where your heart is, that you're not channeling your heart energy well enough, and so it's coming out in anger and conflict. Oh, that just bounced totally across the other side of the table. Excuse me, Leo. Show you my back. Sorry, I'm bad stage manners. Oh, strength. Look at your purpose. All right, I love the trees. The trees are always about the self. It's about your trunk, your stability, really pulling in and looking at the strength of your character. What have we got? The ancient oak spirit. So the strength of our heart, the strength of our family, the strength of our roots, the strength of our prosperous selves and our abundance around us. So maybe you need to look at your talents, and maybe you need to look at the abundance around you and the strength of your fire and purpose and what that is, Leo. Inside of this for you, inside of your healing element, I feel that there might be something you're not expressing. There's a talent, there's a latent talent. Maybe you are actually in a situation that you're having to sit down and it's making you a little bit impassioned. So time to take out your talents on something. Take out your passions on something. Really find the strength of your core, the strength of your passion. What is it? What is it that you need to do? All right, fire. All right, Leo. Happy birthday if it is your birthday, and I have missed it, but I am here. Oh, desert, reaching out. All right, so this does say that you've locked yourself off. And we're going to put this over here. You can see the desert is together. All right, so you may have turned off the emotions. You might have locked yourself off into an angry position. You might feel like this is not reciprocating. You might feel like you're a bit dry, that you don't feel that, so sometimes we can have all this passion and it's fueled, but it just dries us up and it burns up inside. You need to tap into your talent. You need to tap into your strength in the core of your being, because all sunshine also makes a desert, right? And so sometimes we don't appreciate what we've got, all right? But if you are severing connections with people and that sort of stuff, maybe it is time, again, to indulge in your talents. Maybe you've got something latent that you don't know. Well, you do know. I'm telling you, you know, because you do know, that you got a talent and what that is. I don't need to tell you what that is. But let's talk about it a little bit. I'm going to go over here with the Lightseers deck. What do we got? All right, Leo. got 5 cards of how we got here. Leo, what's going on in the field for you? Oh, a lot of chatter, a lot of inspiration. Maybe a new job, maybe, but there's a lot of talk. Maybe there's been a lot of messages, so maybe immature messages, but could be emails. This is a lot of talking. This is the page. This could be an air sign child. All right, but we're talking about a lot of conversation, a lot of chit chat, a lot of banter. Maybe a lot of intellectual banter. Maybe you're learning something new. Again, could be an expression of a new job sort of thing, or getting into a course of some sorts. Oh, no, we're talking about clear, decisive action, trying to make just decisions for the future. And so this is an air element, the air element king. And so we're really talking about somebody who's making clear-cut, concise decisions that are looking forward to the future, quite stable inside of those decisions, not really challenged in that we understand and got the knowledge. And this is also sometimes seeking knowledge, people that have got more information than you. So it could be that this is a master, a teacher, and master and teacher situation inside of here, that you need to seek more knowledge, and that you've been talking with somebody who's a mentor, perhaps. It could be a mentor situation. All right, what else have we got coming into here? But it might be that you're leveling up. You're leveling up your information, that you were collecting a lot of information so that you could level up. So you could own the crows, right? All right. And you might be seeing those messages if they turn up. They've always got to do with the mind. This is about the mind and the intellect. All right, and the Queen of Wands. So this is our Impassioned Queen. This is if you are the female, you're a woman. This is you. This could be you. But this is she's bold. She's impassioned. She's driven. She is aware of her talents and her strengths. She can be taking on the world. So this could be, again, if we're really talking about this anger energy, there could be a lot of conversations going inside of here. A lot of conversations are being going on, intellectual and passionate conversations that are being involved in. So there might be an up in level and learning, but there's also a disconnect because you have been severing. This could be very fiery conversations that have been going on. And they're about willpower. They're about strength. They're about overcoming obstacles. They're about you using your passionate strength and how you use your talents and your skills. All right. And how you change your world. You've been rolling the dice. Lady Luck turned up. We're rolling the dice inside of here. And the world is changing. The seasons change as we move inside of this cycle of life. Like, it's what we let go and what we hold on in everything. But this is really a cycle of life. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, but there's a roll of the dice, and you really have been making a strength of change. There's been a lot of fiery conversations, perhaps, to even get to here, perhaps. All right, what are your talents? What are your strengths? Because you might be leaving yourself out inside of these conversations, Leo. All right, the reason that you're feeling this fire is because you're not actually involving yourself in your own heart center instead of somebody else's conversation, perhaps. But the world is changing, so there's something very empowered inside of this, and it could be very engaging, and some things are worth fighting for. Doesn't mean just because you've got this severing. It does say to make sure that you're engaging your heart space inside of here. What's the healing element? What's the healing element? This is what's brought you into here. Something really challenging. You're willing to take on the challenge. Like, some things are worth it, right? But there's been a lot of conversations. There's been a lot of conversations, maybe really deep and meaningful ones. Logically, right? Passion and logic sitting there together. Impassioned, all right, we're talking impassioned. What is the healing element? Got the 8 of Wands. Look how driven that is. This is when you turn all of your magic inside and you make your own dreams come true, right? You make these heartfelt. And so maybe these conversations have been heartfelt because they're about the heartfelt things. They're about progress. They're about moving forward. They're about direction. They're about which way do you go, right? And so this is when you point all the wands in. You point all the wands in and they come to you, right? And you're turning your magic. What turns your magic? What turns you on? All right, the direction. So these conversations have been about direction. Ooh. Oh, and it's about finding the key to endurance, to not feeling like you're left outside alone. All right, you can see the key. You can see the key and the door. All right, and she's sitting there crying. And this is about her endurance and her strength inside of her, the strength of her spirit, all right, and the strength of her core. And how does she weather the storm? All right, and so perhaps you feel like, you've been having these conversations so that you don't have to feel that you're left outside in the storm. You don't have to feel abandoned, all right, and that, that you are sitting inside this spot of abandonment. All right, so this is about impassioned move conversations to move forward or let it go, one of the two. Move forward or let it go, because we've still got two conversations going on inside of this now. All right, this is again, we're going to focus on your talents and you not feeling like you're left out. There's messages of love inside of this. So it's not that it's not heartfelt. There are messages in love inside of this. So these conversations are driven and overcoming these obstacles. There could be pie in the sky. Sometimes pigs might fly with this. They are sometimes really juvenile. All right, but maybe this is going through that. There's a juvenile sense that you need to work at and be determined. But this is the healing element. So we're really looking at that is, having these conversations. There's a lot of conversations going on around this, and they're very fiery. And there might be some juvenile perspectives, but it's really, there's a conversation about how to move forward, not be left destitute, and what the heart actually really matters. But we're protecting ourselves, and this is about protecting what you've got, protecting what you own, because you're going through a big transition. You've turned the wheel. You've turned the wheel of fate, and there's a strength of purpose inside of you, and there's a strength of determination inside of you to proceed. Right, but this is about protecting what you've got, protecting what you own. All right, so there is some heart messages inside of here. There's some strength inside of your purpose, but there's two sides to how this is flipping. And a lot of it's got to do with you involving yourselves with your talent, with your passion, with the strength of your core, and not leaving yourself outside alone. Okay. So, and they're the conversations that are being had. What have we got as our... Well, how do we apply this to the world? How are we going to apply this challenge to move forward and prosper? And not feel that we're left outside the line. Not feel this severing, because we could be still severing inside of here. All right, having the heartfelt conversation. So what have we got in the practical world? How do we apply this? Oopa. How do we apply it? There you are. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. This is a spark of life. This is impassioned. This is strength. This is bold. All right, so this is not just working out what you believe in and heading directly to it. This is being inspired. This is trusting your intuition. This is trusting your passion, and maybe trusting the conversations that you've had, like really taking on the impassions of your world, really taking on inspired action in your world. All right, and we're going to do it twice, right? Because we're going to look at this. This is inspired action. It's backed up with some really playful energy inside of here. This is actually going to be a bit playful. So this is, maybe you've gone through this phase of responsibility and you've had all these conversations and stuff, but this is really about, letting your heart throw it up into the wind, and really trusting your spirit. Be guided by your spirit, looking for intuition, looking for the faith. You're impassioned to have a new beginning in here, right? This is a passionate new beginning to actually get your stairway to heaven. This could be a marriage card. This is the Hierophant. This is our ancestors. This is where we face ourselves. But this is where we face ourselves so we can climb higher. All right. So we face ourselves in the depths of the Guardian, the depths of the Devil card. All right. Where we have to face the depths of our underworld, and we have to work out what these strengths are. This here is about like heading forward, being inspired, heading forward, and again, this could be a marriage card, but can be signing contracts. But this is where we really come in and see ourselves, and we move forward. We move forward with our aspirations. All right, because at the moment you've pulled in that little bit. We're taking a time to protect ourselves, but we've got this great stairway to heaven there. Stairway to heaven, and it's really inspired. All right, that's how this is going to feel. You're going to climb those stairs. You're going to feel like you've embraced yourself. Here we are in our partnerships. All right, in our partnerships we have got temperance. So Temperance is generally a woman, to be quite honest, but they heal the water. This is the healing waters, where you stop at the lagoon and you stop for a moment and you pause and you heal your mind, your body and your spirit, and you heal your whole being, and you take this inspired moment. It's not like this rest space where you rest your mind. It's not just pulling in. It's really like taking this time to really feel the healing energies of all of the parts of your being, and really being inspired. This is an angel that comes to take that action with you. Very Sagittarian energy to move on in. All right, so this is your partnership energy. Healing, really embracing healing. All right, so whatever this energy in these conversations that you had to have that showed that your direction and the direction of where you wanted to go, that were impassioned, there might have been complicated conversations, and they might have had to get to the heart of the matter, and they needed to be touched with love, and they need to be talk about, really budget and being resourceful and stuff. But how do you get that impassioned life? Because you really are. You're going to see this spark of inspiration that's leading you to, keep finding sparks of inspiration, keeps finding new bits of you, maybe still finding new talents inside of you, really indulging in those, right? Breaking this desert. We've got this spot in the desert. We've got this oasis that we can heal ourselves. And this is in our partnerships, like really healing energy inside of our partnerships. One more for our partnerships for Leo. What have we got? I'm really shuffling well today. Been doing it for a while now. Strength. Leo energy. So we've got some really healing energy inside of the partnerships around us, how you're exerting yourself in the world, how you're communicating yourself, really inside of your confidence. We've got inside of our hearth fire. And so this is strength of your moral, strength of your purpose, strength of who you are. Leo, the pride of who you are. Really showing the purpose of your actual spirit and your being, and really being indulging in this healing. This is a really beautiful path that you've actually walked, that you're walking inside of here, Leo. And it really is taking on that challenge, really speaking the words, really talking about your insecurities, perhaps, like inside of these, and talking about the insecurities with love and how you need to protect yourself, how you move forward, is this real impassioned energy in the moment. All right, throw your wand up in the air. Throw your wand up in the air, little Leo. We've got so much strength inside of here. One more card for your self-love. Oh, time to get creative. All right, this is getting creative with friends and family. This is a spot where we actually are creative about how we make our money, how we save our money, how we put our money in, our stop, our go, our amber, like where we might be saving, where we have a budget and where we're willing to spend. But this is also, really getting down and being creative. Really, this is sort of saying maybe get in and actually use your talents. These are the it doesn't actually have to have a financial outcome for you to actually enjoy it, Leo. Sometimes it's really about the creative process and what we actually do to create our world. So, this is really beautiful. Yeah, I think we've come a long way inside of here. You might feel fiery energy. It's about trying to actually move forward and project yourself forward. Don't cut people off unless you need to, I guess. But this is really about indulging your talents, really trusting yourself. You're going to have to trust it because there is some power energy coming your way, and you're strong, and strength has come up twice. Your talents has come up a lot, using your talents, and there's a really like committed energy to this. It's really got contracts, and you're really going to trust your faith and move forward. Leo, I really hope this is you. I really enjoy this. I'm glad that you're still here. Thank you. Please hit like and subscribe, and I hope wherever you are safe and well. And I will catch you on the flip side.